So, $2,600 a share. Help us do the math. How do you get there? What has to happen for all that to get there? This is a 5-year price target, as all of ours are. And what has to happen is Elon Musk claiming victory on X, saying the shareholders have voted by a wide margin to pass 2 resolutions at stake: Elon Musk's pay package and moving Tesla's legal home from Delaware to Texas. Voting is still open. We should mention the final tally. It's expected later today. Meanwhile, Tesla bull Cathie Wood is raising her price target on the company. RK Invest's 2029 projection for the stock is now $2,600 per share. Joining us right now, first on CNBC at the table, is Cathie Wood, CEO and CIO of ARK Invest. Good morning to you. Good morning, Andrew. Becky, I very much want to talk about this price target, but I want to talk about this vote for just a moment. Yes, I know you supported his compensation package. Did you expect? And look, things can still change. But it seems like some of the big institutional shareholders broke for Musk late last night. That seems to be what's happened. Retail investors seem to have broken for him earlier than that, but were you expecting that? And what do you think if, in fact, this is the verdict or the vote? What do you expect is going to happen next? Because it doesn't seem like the game will be totally over, because this is, of course, probably going to go back to court. Well, first of all, you broke that news about the institutions, and I was surprised, actually, and pleased. But I do think what has happened here really started with ESG and all of the drama around that. It got these large index players to say, wait a minute, should we be voting all of these shares? We should be taking into account some of our clients' preferences. So I think it's opened the topic up. It's healthy, I think very healthy. But nonetheless, I was surprised. Do you anticipate that this becomes another years-long drama, given that this will go to court? Do you imagine the judge is going to look at this vote and say that the process was fair? I mean, part of this whole situation is she said the original process was unfair. We've had some lawyers come on our air and say even if they vote, even if shareholders vote in favor of this, a judge could still strike it down. I am not a lawyer, but I understand what was at stake. Lack of transparency about relationships with the board. Well, all of that has been completely exposed, and here we're having a vote. I think it's more overwhelming than I would have expected. So, $2,600 a share. Help us do the math. How do you get there? What has to happen for all that to get there? This is a 5-year price target, as all of ours are, and what has to happen is an autonomous taxi platform. Tesla's autonomous taxi platform. So, robo-taxis, which is the SaaS-like model. Instead of selling a car, maybe the software package, and that's it. This becomes a recurring revenue model, a slice of every mile driven on that autonomous taxi network. Very high margins. Right now, auto gross margins are around 16%. Gross margins in the SaaS world are more like 80%. How big a market does that have to become for Tesla to get to the $2,600 price? The reason I ask is there are some cities that may allow this to take place. There may be geo-fenced areas where people are going to do this. And there's also obviously a larger view that one day these cars will be able to do everything by themselves everywhere in the country. Yes, well, this is the largest AI project on Earth, autonomous mobility broadly. And I think it's going to catch on as quickly as that. Now, of course, what we've had during the last 10 years is a movement toward FSD, and now we're seeing safety statistics. And I remember full self-driving for those uninitiated. Yeah, full self-driving. You look at the number of miles between accidents for the average car in the United States. It's about 200,000 miles. You look at a Tesla without SSD, full self-driving, just autopilot. It's more like 600,000. With full self-driving and an older version, not even the latest. 6 months ago, 3.2 million miles. Tasha Keen has done this work. Volvo built a brand on safety that I think Tesla is going to use. We're in the middle of 2024. You're saying we get to 2029, yes? And that's where that price is. I think what I'm asking is for your base case for this to work. And by the way, we should say that Elon Musk tweeted out extremely challenging, but achievable on top of your tweet. When does this all have to really go into effect? Yes, we believe that they're setting up for robo-taxis, the network within I would say a year and a half to 2 years. Elon would say maybe we'll start it, but that also requires regulators to sign off on all this. Now, regulators have an issue, and that is the auto accident rate has gone up after decades of going down with auto safety measures sharply. We talked sharp increase, right? 40 to 50%. Texting is a big part of it, disproportionately young people. So deaths in the US have gone from the low 30 zeros, I think, to above 40,000. So I think if regulators understand, and they do, that 85% of all traffic accidents are caused by human error, if you take the human out, you're going to make the road. Kathy, we literally asked Pete Buttigieg, the Secretary of Transportation, about this yesterday. He did sound like he was open to the idea as a result. Yes, and that's the first time I've really heard a public official who's kind of embraced it instead of saying, wait. We don't like the rise of the machines. Absolutely, he is telegraphing that the roads ultimately are going to be much safer if you take the human being out of the equation. Much safer. Kathy Wood predicts that Tesla stock will reach $2,600 per share by 2029. Exclusions from RK's $2,600 price target. RK Invest assumes that Tesla's humanoid robot Optimus will have minimal impact on their price target over the next decade. Despite this, Tesla has already deployed 2 Optimus robots working autonomously in their factories. If Optimus were to account for 10 to 20% of Tesla's labor hours, it could save the company $3 to $4 billion in manufacturing costs by 2029. However, the major commercialization of Optimus is expected beyond the 5-year window. Tesla's growth in stationary energy storage is expected to outpace its vehicle growth, reaching 850 GWh by 2029. If battery supply becomes limited, Tesla is likely to prioritize higher ROI products like robotaxis over energy storage. Thus, while significant stationary energy storage does not heavily influence RK's valuation, Tesla plans to commercialize the semi-truck in 2026. But ARK does not believe it will significantly contribute to Tesla's value within the next 5 years. Although Tesla's supercharging network is expanding and becoming the North American charging standard, ARK believes it won't generate significant revenue compared to other segments of Tesla's business. Tesla is in discussions to license its full self-driving (FSD) software to other automakers. However, due to the long timelines for automotive production, ARK does not expect this to impact Tesla's revenue significantly within the next 5 years. Tesla's plans for AI as a service, including Dogo training, are seen as long-term opportunities. While Dogo could enhance Tesla's internal compute capacity, its external use is not expected to contribute meaningfully to Tesla's value within the next 5 years. RK Invest's $2,600 price target for Tesla excludes several potential revenue streams that could be worth trillions in the long term. These exclusions highlight the conservative nature of RK's 5-year model, focusing on more immediate factors. Despite this, ARK sees significant growth potential for Tesla based on their core businesses, setting a high but seemingly attainable price target for 2029.